Hey, what's up guys? Carolina here and welcome to a new episode, the last episode for a little while of Driving with Carolina. Today we're going to talk about branding, but on a whole different level. Stay tuned. So as you guys know, I love personal branding. This is what I teach people how to do. This is my personal brand is what has really brought me most of my success, most of my experiences in this life. And unfortunately, I have noticed that lately, a lot of people are getting personal branding wrong. By the way, let me tell you right now, the Mercedes I'm driving is a test car. It's the A200, the brand new 2019 or 18, I don't know when they renewed this car, the new edition. Why am I driving this car? Because I sold my GLC 250, which was the big blue car that you saw me drive for a while. And the reason I sold it was because I didn't want to pay for it anymore. It was a silly expense and I prefer to use that money more wisely. So I went to the Mercedes dealership and I asked, what smaller cars do you have? And they allowed me to test drive this one, which so far I have to say, so far I love it. Another reason why I sold my other car, and this is the branding part, was because I had it strictly for branding reasons. That car was being paid for me by Mob, a company that I used to promote as an affiliate and that ultimately got shut down by the FTC. I've talked about this in previous videos. It's not something I enjoy talking about because it was really bad, and so it affected so many people. Like, it affected me, but it affected a lot of people way worse, at a worse level than however it affected me. So that company had a bonus where they paid you every month for a car, whichever car you wanted to drive. And I always had Mercedes. That was my third Mercedes. I would exchange the car every 2 years, get a new one, and they would pay me a monthly bonus. It was not a lease. I had to actually buy the cars. We don't have that leasing system in Chile. So I had that car just because of what it represented. It represented a level of success. The company was paying me to drive it. Obviously, there were a lot of expenses that I had to pay, like insurance, maintenance, and all that stuff came out of my pocket. The tax, because you got to pay taxes every year to be able to drive your car, to get your license plate, right? So all of those expenses were piling up, and it was not pretty. So it was just for branding. And then I came to the realization that, wait a minute, Carolina Millan is not this big, huge Mercedes. That is not my brand. That is not who I am. A lot of people, unfortunately, by the way, I'm sorry if the mic here might not be picking up properly. A lot of people, unfortunately, have this idea that the big mansions and the big cars are the synonym of success. And if I don't get a huge car, if I don't get a big mansion as soon as I can afford it, if I don't get the Gucci slides, or if I don't get the Louis Vuitton wallets and money holders, all of that crap, I'm not successful, or my brand gets hurt. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. Unfortunately, this generation, all of this Instagram, there's so many people who take photos exclusively for Instagram. Like, they rent private jets, they rent fancy cars just for the Instagram photo shoot. And that is ruining your life. It's ruining people's lives. And I've never wanted my brand to be represented by big cars or mansions. I mean, you guys know I live in a modest apartment. Like, it's a nice apartment, but that's it. It's not a luxury. It's a high middle class, I would say, because I don't need that stuff. So the message here is for you to also detach your personal brand from things. This is what your personal brand really is about. Your personal brand is about you and the value that you can provide to the world. Your personal brand is about the experience that other people have when they interact with you, your products and services. Your personal brand is about being authentic. Your personal brand is about bringing joy to other people. And if you do that through entertainment, through education, through your content, in whichever way you do that, that's what your personal brand is. And that's what it should be. So don't think you need the fancy cars or anything like that. Now, I love Mercedes, I'll admit it. I got used to the comfort, I got used to the security, they are safe. Like, I couldn't feel safer here. And even though this car is tiny, like, I feel great. I feel like this is a little more me. While I could downgrade to something even cheaper than this. It's not a cheap Mercedes, but it is cheap compared to what I had and compared to, you know, $100,000 cars. I don't want to give up safety. I don't want to sacrifice the security and the comfort, and I feel great in this car, and I can afford it without it being painful in my finances or my wallet or whatever. In fact, with the money I'm getting from the sale of my other Mercedes, I can buy this one. I can pay up my entire debt that I had on the other car. So that is awesome. So my friend, that was the moral of today's episode. There won't be another episode for a while because before I can buy this car, I have to, and I'm going to a dealership now to return this one. And if I want to get this car, it is so much on demand that I have to wait a couple months until it gets here. So there will be no Driving with Carolina episodes for a little while. That's okay. There will still be my other regular videos that I'm always putting out in my vlogs and stuff. I hope that I am bringing a certain amount of value to you, because that's why I create the content that I create. I do this for you. I do this because I love it. I don't do it for the views or anything like that. I love doing it. Find your brand. Find your message. Your brand is about your message. Your brand is about you, who you are, your passion, those things that you feel like you could do every single day, even if nobody was paying you for it. That's your brand, my friend. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me today. And if you're new here, by the way, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, the follow button, any button that you can, the share button if you want to share this message with somebody who is stuck, you know, with this idea that cars and mansions are everything in this world. They're not. I'll talk to you soon, my friend. Thank you for watching, and leave me a comment below, by the way. I'd love your thoughts on this. See you in the next episode. And I'm sorry I'm not staring at the camera the whole time, but I have to drive here.